On today's Q&A, we're talking about renting. Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Q&A. Hope you had a good week. Welcome back. So today we have a great podcast episode out, and it is all about my colleague Dimitri, who moved from the Bahamas to Canada, and what it was like for her in terms of renting a place and getting started in a new country and all of that. So one of the things we talked about was renting. And I thought this was good information to pass along because a lot of you are renters. And so what do landlords actually look for when they are considering picking a tenant? And although the tenants have been few and far between, definitely the market has picked up. So the number one thing is credit, your credit score. How's your credit? You got to know that. And here's a tip for you, for those of you that maybe are just moving into the country. If you don't have any credit at all, let's say you've never had a credit card or any accounts in your name, that's actually probably worse than having bad credit. So think about that. Credit is really important. Go get yourself a credit card and start building some credit. Doesn't mean you have to necessarily use it that much, but enough that you're getting some sort of history established. Number two, of course, is your employment and your income. They want to see that you can pay the rent going forward, obviously. So employment should be longer than, 5 days. You should be making good enough money that you're, able to pay the rent easily and are not going to have any troubles on a month-to-month basis. The next thing is your past, your history when it comes to the, former places that you've lived in. So they're going to be checking those references, and not just whether or not you've been paying the rent there, but one of the things that's really important for me anyway as a landlord is how long have you been at those places. So I don't want to hire a tenant that just got there and is planning to, leave in 6 months or something like that. I want someone that wants to be there long term. So they're going to be looking at that as well. And then the last thing they consider, not as important, are personal references. Now, if all of this checks out, they may not even check your personal references, but maybe if there's some question about your eligibility, they will go to your past references. So all of these things have to be in order normally for you to secure a rental. There's still lots of them out there right now, but I think the market's going to be getting tight, and we're already seeing multiple offers on rentals, if you can imagine. So that's where we're at. Hope that's been helpful. Check out our podcast, the Toronto Real Estate Show with Jenelle and Leslie. As I mentioned, Dimitri was our guest this week. Very interesting conversation. So if you're somebody that's just moving in to the area, I think you'll find that helpful. And of course, we always like it if you would like our videos and share them with other people that you think might be interested. And I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next week.